In a complex environment, you have to expect far higher rates of failure than we're used to. We don't like failure. Every company, every individual is trying to drive toward efficiency. But if you look, if you stand back and look at the 360-degree level, we have models for high rates of failure, like venture capital, for example, where you might invest in 100 companies and only expect 10, 15 to do well, and yet the successes far overwhelm and diminish the failures. So if we could look at it at failure and develop a better relationship with failure, not only as insurance providers, look at offering many products and expecting a large number of them to fail, expecting the consumer to make wrong decisions and then be able to right them. We have to make friends with failure in a complex environment, and that's what we're facing. So my answer to you is, it's a ladder, but we're only on the first rung. We've broken down the human genome. Just to give us perspective over the long haul of human history, we have broken down the human genome now, and we know, sadly, we only have a 5% difference in DNA to a bonobo monkey. Now, in my view, and I think all the people watching today, we have leveraged the heck out of that 5%. It is amazing. We're walking around with cell phones, going to the deepest depths of the ocean, going to outer space, developing solar energy. I am amazed. I am an evolutionary biologist by training. We are a noble, phenomenal creature, but sometimes we bump up against it. The consumer is completely overwhelmed at this point. And here comes, now we're going to give you free choice and go figure out what is the best health care for you. If experts can't figure it out, how can the person who's a warehouse worker at Walmart be asked to make those choices? This is where I think all the panelists will agree. The snake in the grass over private and public health exchanges is administration and education. By the way, every time we innovate in Silicon Valley and introduce something, the consumer doesn't know what it is or how to buy it. So this has been going on in technology forever and ever, right? You introduce facial recognition software and everyone's, what is it? Why do I need it? You've got to go through that education process, and your investors want you to go through the education process fast and get market share quickly. So there's a good model for you of introducing innovation and getting fast adoption. I would say that technology is going to play a big role, because I don't need to know you've got 18 products. I don't need to know you've got 200,000 products. What I need is a back end, an artificial intelligence back end, like a big data system like Watson, that says, that queries me, prompts me for the questions that I need to ask, because I don't even know the questions to ask. That's back to the point of the consumer. I don't even know the questions to ask, so I need you to prompt me through that. And as you're prompting me through it, you're narrowing down my choices till you get down to 1, 2, or 3, which is what the human brain can now handle at this particular point in history. And then I say, well, I think that's the right one. But here's the wonderful thing about artificial intelligence systems like big data systems, is it will come back and it'll say, and if you got me this, this, and this data, the cancer history of your great-grandfather, your mother's driving record, whatever it is, whatever obscure data, I could improve my recommendation by 26%. So it can provide a pointer to the consumer, not only the best option, but here's the data you should go get next that will align the right product up with you. And what artificial intelligence systems can do are something that no company and no human brain can do, which is search the vast world of human knowledge in picoseconds and bring back only the things that are relevant to me and my particular situation within picoseconds. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to have artificial intelligence, very sophisticated algorithms tied to very easy apps.